Good evening, all parents, students, and teachers. My name is Husain Syed. I'll be talking about the journeys from my CAS, the journey of my CAS project this year as an assistant teacher. Throughout my entire 2 years of CAS, teaching has been a part of my activities that have taught me the patience to struggle across the questioning mind of the students, the challenges that the students face when they learn a new idea, the frustration of delivering the message of knowledge towards my students. This feeling of frustration allowed me to feel how my teachers feel when they teach me a new idea, like a new physics concept, how gravity works, how energy relates to mass, all these complications I have to think about. But then these ideas help me think about what's happening about this world and what is happening through humankind and how we are developing as a civilization, and thus would help us be more successful in life. So the two activities I did for 2 years, one being fairly recently, requires contradicting teaching skills. The first activity was an activity I did frequently. It's called Aikido. And Aikido is a martial arts that's resolved in developing three categories. First is Chi, the inner energy within oneself, willpower and courage, and how to face off an enemy, and physical strength. It's not an aggressive martial arts such as Taekwondo or Karate. That's why it's not being shown publicly as in competitions. I personally trained this martial art since summer 2007, and I developed different skills in order to be more aware of the different activities happening beside me, like such as danger or whenever there's a fight that's going to happen. And then in January 2010, I received my first certificate for my black belt. And with this privilege, I am able to become the assistant teacher within my class session. And here's a video displaying of these moves within the class. These moves are called Kokyuho. This is to practice one's breathing patterns through a series of different movements. So these moves are meant to further increase individual's chi and to increase your breathing pattern. And as one of the criteria of passive action, this is a way to further enhance my chi itself and to be stronger within myself and to be more aware of the people, like the different events around me. The following video, and as an assistant teacher, I personally taught a little girl throughout her journey within my class session. She's 7 years old, but then she developed herself, and I personally managed to help her increase her strength when she has to face off such as a bigger person like me. So here's the next video of her. So this is the feeling of teaching an individual physically. I can actually show them how to move, like where to put her hand, where to put a leg, where to actually control her breathing and all. But then when I move on to my next activity, which is teaching the Longhua orphanage. Before the week of TED, I visited the Longhua orphanage along with some of the IB Year 1 students here. As I heard from Ms. Thurstone and from Senor Medina, there was an English lesson that was happening in this activity. And so every Sunday we would gather up a couple of juniors and seniors. We would go and teach a group of boys English. And it's the feeling of teaching a language is different from teaching physically. And you can't really get into a person's vocal cords and tell them what to say and how to say it properly. So the frustration of teaching an individual how to speak and how to speak it properly in order for another individual to understand was very frustrating and was very challenging for me. And also we were teaching in a different method that I learned English myself. When I learned English, there were tenses. We learned different tenses. There were formulas, there were equations that how to make a proper English structure, such as subject plus a verb plus an object or a noun. However, when I tried to teach these kids those equations, they couldn't understand. They didn't know what a subject is. They didn't know what a verb is. We basically teach them variants of these types of words, such as kicking, or rolling, or hitting, or mopping, or wiping. It was a different idea. We were just teaching them examples of how to speak different types of English, different types of words that's used in English. And so, comparing myself as an individual who have grown to teach different individuals, I feel like teaching is not an easy job. In order, if you want an individual to learn, because how our teachers manage to teach us and how we go on through life, it's not a hard job where we have to learn and then apply these for reality. Well, these kids are orphans. They don't have parents. They have to use the pagoda's education, which may not benefit them. So, in order to teach them a language, it feels like more like a blessing for them, and we're giving them that blessing, and we're giving them a chance to hopefully bring a light towards a better future for them. And it's different from teaching physically like in Aikido. Aikido is more like an active activity where we can actually move, and then we can actually move together. But this is different. We have to sit down and have to teach them how to speak differently. So throughout my CAS journey, these were some of the things I have encountered and how I developed myself to be a better teacher. And thank you for listening.